Right. Okay, so moving on from the big pop album, Taylor really had two big choices to make. So she could either carry on with the pop thing and ride this wave, or she could go in a completely different direction. And the fact that the dude from Fun is producing a lot of these tracks, I feel like this is going to go in a experimental weird direction, and I really hope it does. I'm looking forward to a bit of weird. One thing I should mention is that I've gone through all of these and I've re-listened to all the songs and I've reordered a lot of them. So all these are in the correct order now. So they're ordered from left-hand side to right-hand side of the bracket. So Enchanted is the number one spot, and then it goes Better Than Revenge. The last one in S is similar to the first one in A. I've done a really bad job of explaining that, but you get the idea. You're intelligent people, I'm sure. So right now my favourite song is Enchanted, and my least favourite song is that Welcome to New York thing that happened. Brilliant. Right, let's have a look at this album and see what we can see. So it says here that 3 years after the release of 1989 and following several public spats with celebrities like Kanye West, of course, Taylor Swift aims to clear her name and inaccurate public image on Reputation. Accurate name, then. At a fan event that took place in June of 2018, Swift described the record as a story of finding love throughout all the noise. That makes a lot of sense. Referring to how the album transitions from discussing her persona to falling in love with British actor Joe Alwyn. I don't know who that is. I'm going to jot him down. Joe Alwyn. And we're not sure if he's a crush or a ex yet, so I'm going to leave that. On its first day, the album sold 700,000 physical copies and debuted at number one. Within a month, it was triple platinum because you got all the fans from 1989 buying this one, and very likely, if it's what I think it is, they'll be buying it and getting very confused. It's like any time a Muse album comes out, people are always very, very confused that it doesn't sound like the last one. Of course, I could be completely wrong, and this could be just a straight-up another pop album. The album was announced after Swift removed all of her previous social media presence and uploaded 3 videos of a snake's tail, body and head. She's getting very, very cryptic with it. Most considered this a reference to the snake nickname she was given after it's revealed that she wrote Calvin Harris's This Is What You Came For. Did she? That's interesting. I didn't know she wrote that. I like that song. Which worsened during public fallouts of Kanye West and Katy Perry. Right, what we know about those. We discussed them in previous videos. To promote the album, Swift teamed up with Target to produce 2 exclusive magazines which feature poetry, paintings, handwritten lyrics behind the scenes. It's very interesting. Okay, so yeah, she's deleted her social media presence. She's essentially deleted her past, and she is ready for a fresh start, it seems, which I am all for. Let's jump straight in. Let's see how she wants to start this new album, this new era. Holy... Okay. Strong. That is a strong start right there. She's just slapping you in the face with bass. Okay. I love that she cleared her throat at the start as if to say, okay, right, here we go. And she's sort of talk singing. She's almost rapping at this point. This is already very different, and I need to not pause immediately during the first verse. I utterly love this new direction she's gone. It's fantastic. She's clearly set out to prove something. Like, obviously, I've missed all the drama and the build-up to this, which would have really helped. Also, I just realised I didn't check out the lore behind this song, so I'll do that now before I carry on. But I love this. The double tracking, the aggression, and then the chorus going back to a soft, singy vibe. And then straight out of that, are you ready for it? Back into the almost dubstep sort of bass. Let's check out the lore. The first promotional single from Taylor Swift's 6th album Reputation debut, yeah, we know. It debuted in an ad shown during a college football game between Florida State and Alabama. After its TV premiere, the song was also featured in an ABC ad. Okay. As opposed to Swift's first Reputation single, What Made You Do, this song sounds more like songs from her 1989 album. I disagree. This song contains dark, luscious production and sexually suggestive lyrics that remind some places of I Know Places. Okay, so they're saying that this song is more like 1989, which makes me think that this album's going to go weirder than this. It kind of introduces a metaphor you may hear throughout the rest of the album, which is like this kind of crime and punishment metaphor where it talks about robbers and thieves and heists and all that. I found that to be a really interesting metaphor, but twisted it in different ways throughout the album. The way it's presented in Ready For It is basically finding your partner in crime. Oh my god, we're the same, oh my god, let's rob banks together, that's great. Right, okay, great, let's carry on with this song. I love the production on this so much. I love the dropout on the C there. That's fantastic. Okay, I'm having a great time with this. What an amazingly strong start to this album. I mean, it's going straight in S. It's difficult to organise them on a first listen, I'm realising now. Because all of these songs I've heard obviously more times than this song, and they've found a place in my head, whereas maybe what I should do is just place them in the correct row and then organise them afterwards once I've heard the songs a bit more. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pop it in S, but it doesn't mean that it's at the end of S. It's likely going to move itself up, because that song was fantastic. Brilliant. Well, I'll tell you what, I am interested to hear more, but I'm just now seeing that this next song is a collab, and so far I've not had a good time with collabs. This is Ed Sheeran and Future. That's going to be interesting. So she's got an actual rapper on this. This star-studded track is the sole collaboration on Reputation. Oh, okay. Before it was announced, Eddie and Future were written in graffiti in certain shots of Ready For It music video. Yeah, I'm very sad I missed out on all the detective work. Endgame revolves around the idea of Taylor wanting to be her lover's soulmate while she never mentions who this person is. The internet seems to be convinced that since he has a huge reputation, he must be Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston, whom Taylor was in a relationship with. Oh, good for her. Tom Hiddleston. I do like that guy. I shouldn't say that because I don't know why it ended. So, whom Taylor was in a relationship, or Joe Alwyn, who we read about a minute ago, her boyfriend as of the song's release. Oh, so she was okay. So she was dating Joe Alwyn. So let's pop him in the exes column. Through the lyrics, Taylor hopes that the drama revolving around her doesn't keep this guy from being with her because they've already been so close. Taylor previously worked with Ed Sheeran on the track I Didn't Like. This is the first collaboration with Future and her overall third collaboration with a rapper following the remix of Bad Blood. Yeah, sure. The track was... third. Brilliant. Right, let's dive in.
I wanna be an endgame.
Okay, so this sounds like it's going to be one of those songs where there's a female song chorus line interrupted by verses of rap. It comes back into it like Stan by Eminem. That's what I'm gathering from this. Also, I love that she said A-Team and then Ed Sheeran comes in.
Endgame, big reputation.
Okay, so Future would feel out of place on any album that's not this one. The fact that she's gone a bit darker, a bit bassier, even a bit more sexually explicit with this album, it helps Future fit in a bit more. I don't know a whole lot of Future tracks, but from what I do know of him, this is very fairly typical. We've got a verse by Ed Sheeran coming in a minute. I'm very interested to know if he's going to be rapping, because he does that, but rapping in a track with Future in it, that's okay, good. He's rap singing. I'm down for that. That's fine. Wow. Okay. So I went into this probably with the mindset of thinking it's not going to be that great because the other collaborations I've listened to weren't good, but this was really good. I'll tell you what I particularly enjoyed is this bit right here. In the backing vocals where she goes a bit crazier.
My usual trick, so here's the truth from my red lips. I wanna be your...
Love that. I want to hear more of that from her, especially on this album. So what I'm curious about now is when she performs this live, does she do Ed Sheeran and Future's verses? Because she should. That's incredibly interesting. I'll have to try and remind my... Right, let me write this down because my memory is... End live. Okay, now, where's Endgame going? It's going in A. Beautiful. Right. I Did Something Bad. I Did Something Bad explores Swift's new, darker trap sound. Trap. That's what I was thinking of. I was trying to think of the word to describe the sound. It's trap. Right. In the Reputation era as it drifts away from the previous record, 1989. Like 2014's Blank Space, I Did Something Bad plays on the media and public's perception of Taylor while singing as the character they portray her as. Oh, okay, we're back to that. The song was initially teased with the lyric, "They're burning all the witches," in the music video for Ready For It. Okay. In a quote from Taylor, she says, "I feel like I should start by saying that this group of producers is a lot smaller than it was in 1989. I picked people who I worked with on 1989, but I feel like they were versatile enough to kill 1989 and make something new. There would be no big way to make something even similar to 1989 and have it be effective. And I had to be completely different because the album was its own thing. It's just two groups. It was me and Jack and Max and Shellback. I'm mostly interested in Jack. And from what I've seen, he's done the latter half of the album here. So it's really a solid group. And basically, that was the first song where Max and I felt like we'd done something different. I wrote this song on piano and it's not going to sound like it. Ah, that's interesting. So it started off as an acoustic song and turned into... Right, okay. I'm too interested. I'm just going to listen to it now. This stuttering bass line in the background that's ever so slightly off time, it's a really interesting choice. I feel like they're trying to create some discordant unease with this song. Interesting. I haven't even looked at the chorus yet. Right. That pre-chorus, that is very Lady Gaga, isn't it?
Never trust a playboy.
Amazing drop. What was the choice there on the bridge with the auto-tune, the hard auto-tune there? That was interesting. I haven't really heard too much of it. Obviously, it's been used because it's a big record, but I haven't heard it hard-tuned like that. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I felt like that song would translate nicely into a nice slower acoustic, which is obviously how it started. I was just, it's curious. Okay, where's that going? That's also going in A. Don't Blame Me. On this mid-tempo synth-pop track, Taylor compares being in love to a drug addiction. This track notably has significant sonic and thematic similarities to Hoozier's 2013 track Take Me to Church, from which it may have drawn inspiration. More broadly, the comparison of love to a drug has appeared in many popular songs over the year. Yes, we know. Yeah, cool. It's a popular metaphor. It's a popular simile. Right.
Don't blame me.
I love that they've removed the chorus sonically from the rest of the song, because generally in these sort of songs, as I've said many, many times before, the trend is to keep it at the same level or drop it to just bass. But they've lifted it, not by adding more instrumentation, but by putting more layers of vocal in there. It's done really well, because when it drops back into that second verse, it feels sparse and personal. Yeah, I really like what they've done there. Right, carrying on.
Whatever you decide. Using for the rest of my life.
Whoa! Going from nothing into just going from nothing into just the massive layers of vocals and harmonies, almost gospel, is really nice. I mean, that's the best part of this song by far. Is it going to kick straight in now? Okay, so up to the point where the breakdown happens, where it's just vocals, I was thinking about putting this at the top of C, but that's just ramped it. I mean, it's in B 100%, but is it an A? No, it's at the top of B. It's at the top of B. But yeah, as I said earlier, I'm going to put them all at the end and then shuffle them on what I've had more listens. But yeah, wow. Just that last bit of that song was fantastic. The rest of the song, I mean, it's very typical metaphor. It was the style was there. It didn't reach the highs of the last couple of tracks, but it was a good song. So far, there's not been a bad song on this album, but oh, okay, we're on the 5th track. So here we go. We're on the emotionally vulnerable ballad. Much like Gorgeous, Delicate sees Taylor trying a more hesitant approach while pursuing a new man, likely Joe Alwyn, her boyfriend as of the song's release. Sonically, the record utilizes chilling voice harmonies backed by a simple instrumental. Delicate follows Taylor's pattern of the 5th song. Yeah, we know, thank you very much. Notably, this is the first of these songs to be about the beginning of a relationship. Delicate topped Rob Sheffield of Rolling Stone's Top 25 Songs of 2017. Here we go.
They sing for the best. My reputation's never been worth.
Oh, okay, she's using a vocoder. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that when they were saying chilling vocal. Okay, brilliant. All right, I'm prepared now.
So you must like me for me.
Oh, this is not what I was expecting at all from the description here. Sonically, the record utilizes chilling voice harmonies backed by a simple instrumental. Right, okay, yeah. I mean, that is true, but I wasn't expecting it to be a vocoder. Yeah, I mean, she's definitely said the word reputation quite a lot so far. Okay.
3rd floor on the west side, me and you.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, that is not at all what I was expecting from the description and the fact that it's the 5th song. I suppose it would be difficult to do it any differently while still keeping the theme of this album alive. I mean, that's going in a C. It was fine. That's all I can really say about that one. Right, let's have a look. Look What You Made Me Do. I've heard this one clearly. I don't know if I've heard all of it, but I've certainly heard it in passing. The lead single from the highly anticipated follow-up to 1989 takes shots at several unnamed rivals who most fans suspect to be Kanye West, Kim Kardashian West, and Katy Perry. The song's themes are revenge and rebirth into a smarter, stronger person. It sees Swift move in a new sonic direction, incorporating electro-pop and an unexpected interpolation of 90s hit I'm Too Sexy. Oh yeah, it's never occurred to me. In the week leading up to the track's release, Swift cleared all her previous social media. Yep, okay, great. We know that. Look What You Made Me Do started out as a poem that I wrote about my feelings. It's basically about realizing that you can't trust certain people, but realizing you can appreciate the people you can trust. Realizing that you can't just let everyone in, but the ones you do let in, you need to cherish. And it has all the verses in it. It's basically as is. Great. Okay, let's have a listen. Ooh, look what you made me do. All right. Yeah. This song was just so sparse and uninteresting. The bridge was the most interesting thing about it, but that's only because it had a little build up to it. And yeah, I didn't like this song at all. Pop it in D. No, I need more from a song from that, especially more from a Taylor Swift song than that. I understand that she was trying something, but it didn't work for me. Clearly, it worked for a lot of people. So she's done something right there. Okay. So It Goes details a sexual relationship between Taylor and her partner, which is something she also sings about in some other tracks throughout the album, notoriously on Dress. Okay, spoilers. The line So It Goes originates from the novel Slaughterhouse-5. Oh, I have that book somewhere. I've not read it. Written in 1969, he says the line several times in the novel whenever a death occurs as a narrative transition to another subject. Okay. This could be symbolic to Swift's Reputation album as a whole, since she publicly said the old Taylor is dead. Her album is a transition to the new Taylor, so it goes. Taylor's use of the phrase could also mean something similar to That's It, Life Goes On, C'est La Vie, etc., etc. Even when they break down a little, she and her boyfriend still secure in their relationship, and they still keep trying. Okay. Interesting. So this album started off really strong for me, but that was just another kind of nothing song, really. Interesting. Yeah, nothing to say about that one, really. Okay, let's just move on. Gorgeous. Gorgeous describes a fully intoxicating infatuation in the form of a seemingly unrequited love. Hard sentence. The man in Taylor's attention is so impossibly attractive she feels compelled to be with him, even though she already has a boyfriend. The song seems to play with the rumours that Taylor cheated on Calvin Harris with Tom Hiddleston. So Calvin Harris, add that to the list. Calvin Harris. In 2016. Furthermore, the chorus seems to mock the perception that most of Taylor's discography is comprised of light-hearted, simple songs about boys. As the third song released in Reputation, she hosted a secret album listening party in her home in Rhode Island for a hand-picked selection of fans the night before. What? That's a dangerous game to be playing. She invited fans to her house? Ooh. Some of the fans, with those who attended the London Secret session the week before, took to social media to express their love for the song. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, they're fans. Fans have speculated the song's about Taylor's rumoured boyfriend, British actor Joe Alwyn. During the Rhode Island Secret session, she told fans that the song and all the other positive long songs about the album are about him. Although they are not allowed to say much until the album comes out, she wanted her fans to clarify this in online discussions. She also liked multiple posts on Tumblr about the subject as further confirmation. I'm still kind of baffled that she would invite fans to her house. That's concerning.
Gorgeous.
Stumble on home to my cats.
That was a nice, fun song, wasn't it? I wonder if that child at the start saying gorgeous is in any way a reference to that. Oh, no, I suppose it wouldn't be because, never mind. I'm an idiot. Yeah, it's a nice, silly song. I like it. It's, this line here is fantastic. Guess I'll just stumble on home to my cats alone, unless you want to come along. Yeah, it's a nice, good, relatable song. Let's pop that. Pop that in B. Yeah. Getaway car. We're back to the partner in crime metaphor. Taylor uses the image of criminals in a speeding car as the central metaphor for a doomed romance. She likens her rebound relationship with Tom Hiddleston to a getaway car ride used to get away from a crime scene, or a failed relationship with Calvin Harris. Like her 2014 track Wonderland, she includes a pop culture reference to connect her experience to something that listeners are familiar with, along with a layer of livelihood to the story. Co-writer Jack, stage name Bleachers, I did not know that, has released a song called Rollercoaster that contain similar melodies and another shotgun metaphor. Okay, right, let's give it a listen.
No, nothing good starts in a getaway car.
We're back to the vocoder. Oh, interesting. I would have ended the song on the everything stops and it's just the layer of vocals going nothing ever done in a getaway car. But there you go. That was a nice fun song. I enjoyed that one. This album tonally is all over the shop. We were driving in a getaway car. We were flying, but we never got far. Don't pretend it's such a mystery. Think about the place where you first met me. Riding in a getaway car. There were sirens in the beat of your heart. Should've known I'd be the first to leave. Think about the place where you first met me. Riding. Yeah. So that one's going in A or B? Let's see. It's going in A. Brilliant. Right, where are we? King of My Heart. During a secret session hosted by iHeartRadio, Swift revealed that the goal for the 10th Reputation track was to make each session of the song sound like a move forward in a relationship. Each section of the song, maybe? I'm not sure what they mean by that. She also said that it's something she had been wanting to do for years, but finally it succeeded to with this song. King of My Heart was teased. Alright, let's figure out what they were talking about.
I'm perfect, and all I
There's that vocoder again. She's getting some mileage out of this vocoder. And yeah, they definitely meant section rather than session.
want, you're all I want.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was too much of a dance song where somebody's taken a load of lyrics and then chopped them up, and then it was less singery than I've come to expect from Taylor Swift. It was less speak now, more 1989. King of My Heart's going in C. It's not bad enough to put in D, certainly. What a mixed bag of an album. I look back at track 1 and I had higher hopes. Dancing with Our Hands Tied. Dancing with Our Hands Tied shows a different side of Taylor's sound not present in much of her previous music. This song has house music vibes and heavy beat drops. In the last chorus of the song, Taylor also hits notes in her vocal ranges she's not hit in the history of her music career. F5 and G5. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Let's get straight into that. Okay, so I'm starting to see a running theme now throughout these mid-album songs where I'm just not enjoying them. That one might even go in D. No, I can't. No. C. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think, yeah. Starting from the beginning of the albums, I got really used to the country/country pop. Really good stories, meaningful lyrics. And then 1989 happened, and it's all changed. For the worse, in my opinion, but for the best in a lot of other people's opinion. Mind you, a lot of people didn't start from early Taylor Swift, did they? I suppose a lot of people started from 1989 when it got really popular, and that's the Taylor Swift they knew. That's interesting, isn't it? I wonder if I'd have started with 1989 not knowing her previous work, if I'd have felt differently about this. Because at the moment I'm pining for Speak Now /Red/Fearless. So I think that might be my era. And I really don't know if she's going to go back to... A lot of pop artists will have a lot of dancey albums and then they'll strip it massively back. I think Lady Gaga did that at some point. I don't know if Taylor's going to do that. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how the albums go from here. But I've not... Yeah, this has been a very mixed bag. Okay, Dress. Dress is one of Taylor's most sexually charged songs on Reputation, and it details Taylor's wants and lusts over another lover. As the name implies, many of the sexual references throughout the song pertain to dresses, and the main hook of the song is something Swift has admitted feeling very proud of. Taylor has a history of fascination with dresses dating back to her country music roots and when she first stepped foot in the music industry. This song is most likely about Swift's boyfriend at the time. It was written, the British actor Joe Alwyn, which is also rumoured to be Taylor's muse for many other songs, especially about 2017-2019. The couple dated from 2016 until 2023. Really? So they've only very, very, very recently broken up. And Dress seems to be detailing Swift's point of view from the beginning of their relationship. The bridge specifically is full of references to when they first met. Okay, let's go.
Our secret moments.
So just as I'm starting to complain about this album and how I'm not enjoying it, this song brings me back in. Yeah, obviously very, very sexually explicit without being over the top of it. Obviously there's plausible deniability in there, but yeah, I can see why she's proud of that hook. It's a really good one. What did it remind me of? No, I can't remember. It's from like a Miley Cyrus or a Lady Gaga or a Katy Perry or one of those. It's before the chorus. Something. It's right on the tip of my brain. I can't think of it. Someone in the comments, let me know what I'm trying to think of here. Anyway, moving on. That one is going in A, for sure. Really enjoyed that. Right. Well, there we go. We're in the Jack era. Right. Where were we? This is why we can't have nice things. On this light-hearted, anthemic and almost comical track, Taylor Swift throws some major shade at all the haters. During the secret sessions she had before the release of Reputation, which dodgy, Taylor told fans that her song drew on her experience with fame and the media. She stated that she'd throw extravagant parties and invite her friend on stage with her during the 1989 tour as a nice gesture to share her success with those around her. However, the media eventually turned against her, questioning and criticising her need for a squad, which led her to essentially move out of the public eye completely and go on a sabbatical. Yeah, we know the media is the worst. Many have speculated this song specifically references her ongoing feud with rapper Kanye West, who, as we know, is a nutball. So, brilliant. Let's go. Loved it. Loved it. Very tongue-in-cheek. Particularly enjoy the end of the bridge where she just outright laughs at everybody. Referencing her support system in there. Love that. It's fantastic. This is on the same level as Mean, in that she's genuinely criticizing something that's bad and evil, and she's infantilizing it, making it seem less. It's fantastic. It's going in A. No, it's going in S. That's cheered me up now. Brilliant. Call It What You Want. We've got 2 songs left. Right, Call It What You Want was first announced on social... Police are here. Call It What You Want was first announced on social media on November 2nd, 2017, which was, coincidentally, the 13th anniversary, 13, of Taylor meeting the man who signed her to Big Machine Records, Scott Bruschetta, who then sold her out to Scooter. After the song was announced, many fans were quick to point out lyric parallels between the bridge of this track and Love Story, in which Taylor daydreams about running away with her boyfriend. In 2019, Taylor reflected on songs like Call It What You Want from her album Reputation as the ones that told the true love story of her relationship. In her September 2019 interview with Rolling Stone, she tells us that it's about her newly quiet, cozy world that was happening on her own terms for the first time. We love that for her. The way I feel like the album is, as far as a storyline goes, is I feel like it starts with just getting out any kind of rebellion or angst or whatever, and then like falling in love and realizing that you could just settle down with your priorities and your life changes, but you welcome it because it's something that matters to you. All right, this is pretty much the story of my reaction video as well. It's just brilliant. Let's give it a listen. That was nice. It's just a lovely song about finding solace in getting away from everything and having a man that will take that trip with you. It's nice. It's going in B. This is a good song, but there's far better songs, you know. Brilliant. Well, this is the last track on the album, New Year's Day. The closing track on Reputation uses a New Year's party as a metaphor to discuss holding on to people and memories from both good and bad times. Taylor recognizes that when the parties in her life are over and the new year begins, such memories are all that she will have left to hold on to and learn from. Sad. She relates lasting love to someone who shares a midnight kiss with you on New Year's, but who stays with you the next morning for the aftermath of the party and begins the new year together. Okay. Musically, the song is reminiscent of Taylor's older tracks. Hooray! With sparse production and simply guitar and piano backing. Contrasting many prior songs on the album, where Taylor takes shots at various people, she creates a more mature image here, thankful for her past and ready to clean up and move on with her future. I've missed the guitar tracks. Let's go. What a weird time signature. I don't think I've ever heard Taylor Swift sing in anything that's not 4/4 or 3/4. Ding 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 ding.
Tell that it's gonna be a long road.
Wow, that was a lovely song. It's made very melancholic by the fact that I know now that she breaks up with him in 2023, or he breaks up with her. I'm not really sure the story is there, and I don't want to look up anything that happens in the future from the albums I'm listening to, really, unless it's fed to me like that. So yeah, we'll have to wait till the new album for that. But yeah, what a lovely song. What a nice way to end the album. And B, I'll probably go to the top of B somewhere before I listen to the next album in probably a couple of days, maybe a week. I will reorganize these tracks into where they belong. Yeah, I'm fairly sure the next album is Lover, which I keep hearing really good things about, which makes a lot of sense now that I know that she's in this relationship and she'll still be in this relationship during the next album. So this is probably going to be a lovely album all about Joe, all about her current boyfriend. Yeah. So okay, this album was odd because I wasn't the biggest fan of 1980. I enjoyed about half of it. This album was so much of a tonal shift while still keeping some of the sensibilities of 1989, but almost completely disregarding everything before that for the most part. She was trying out something new, and she had very few co-writers this time, and you can hear the styles of those co-writers coming through, certainly in these tracks. Really, it was only about 4 or 5 tracks in the middle of the album that didn't grab me at all. The rest are very good, and we've got 2 S tracks out of it. I feel like this is one of those that's going to require some repeat listens fully enjoy, because obviously I'm listening to these things, analysing them, which is not the same as listening to them and just enjoying them. So yeah, I for the most part I really enjoyed this album, and I'm very curious to see which direction, which path Taylor's choosing now, going down to the next album, because she's veered off from 1989 somewhat, but she's also left this acoustic singer-songwriter path, country star behind, and I'm hoping that they come together at some point in the future. Best of both worlds. Well, I guess I will find out. Brilliant. Well, that is it for that album. I will see you very soon for Lover, which I am looking forward to. Until then, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.